Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So here we have another question from the same passage, and the direction for question is answer the following questions based on the information provided below. Well, we have the text and we understood that the text is indicating about, um, we can say that tradition and also stated about the conservatism views on tradition in contrast to progress. The passage questions whether conservatism has a monopoly on tradition and concluding that what while conservatism, right, while conservatism has monopoly on tradition and concluding that while conservatism has claimed tradition, right, the dichotomy between tradition and also stated about what um, it is not inherently conservative, right. In summary, if you can say that uh, the passage argues that tradition as articulated by Edmund Burke, right. Edmund Burke is essential for social and political stability. He articulates what balance for tradition with conservatism that remains popular today. Burke's best argument in favor of tradition is based on its social utility. Tradition provides a strong and perhaps even necessary basis for social solidarity, isn't it? So, uh, is essential for social and political stability. While conservatism has successfully aligned with itself with the tradition, and this alignment doesn't mean that tradition inherently belongs only to conservative theory, conservative thought, right? So that's what you would find out. The stance in contrast to progress in response to our question. Okay. Let's come to the question. What does the question point out? Which statement is not consistent? So here you would find out the capital letter word not consistent with the passage. Please follow this word very carefully. So because it makes the sense. If you talk about that, which of the following, uh, if you look into that, which of the following option can help us to identify the question's idea that called as which statement is not consistent with the passage. Now, based on the choices provided, let's look into it. Um, so, the question asked here consistency with the passage on tradition and conservatism. Now, if you look into the passage, discusses Edmund Burke, right? Passage Edmund Burke. So views on tradition and conservatism. So each option based on its consistency with the passage, right or no? Because the first one, which is stated, adherence to tradition ensures stability and social order, which are essential for a functional political system, isn't it? Now, this statement does what? This statement aligns with the argument, right, or consistent with the passage. And Edmund Burke's articulation of the alliance between tradition and conservatism, right, which is indicated in the passage. So, and the Burke believed that tradition provides a necessary basis for social solidarity and stability in society, isn't it? Now, in this point, we can say this option is consistency with the passage, isn't it? So consistent with the passage. Now, if you look at the second one, what does the second one stated? Again, it's stated about Edmund Burke's articulation of the alliance between tradition and conservatism remains influential today, right? Now, the passage highlights what? Highlights Burke's influential philosophical expression of the alliance between tradition and conservatism, right? It suggests that Burke's views on tradition continue to have influence. Influence. So, in that case, this option is also consistent with the passage, right? Now, third one, which is stated, Burke's warning about the danger of revolution and innovation were justified by the chaos and turmoil of the French Revolution. Now, uh, The passage discuss how Burke warned about the dangers of revolution and innovation, mentioning the chaos of the French Revolution as an example and justified his warning. So, if you observe that this pass option is also consistent on the basis of the explanation. So, the last one, which is stated, tradition is inherently conservative and resistance to progress, as it emphasizes preserving the practices and beliefs inherited from our forefather. uh, well, ac- according to according to the passage, this statement does nothing but contradicts Burke's nuanced view on tradition. The passage explains that Burke believed tradition allows for certain kinds of, you can say that certain kinds of change, right? Certain kinds of change based on precedent and authority, precedent and authority, which is given here. Precedent and authority, right? Uh, which are conservative in nature but not completely resistant to progress. Resistant to progress. Right. So in that case, this option is nothing but called as a inconsistent. Inconsistent with the passage because it oversimplifies Burke's view on tradition as purely conservative and resistance to progress. So here we can get the conclusion based on the option 1, 2, 3. So they are consistent with the statement, right? So hence they will be not considered as the answer to it. Option 4 will be the correct one, right? As for the discussion, we understood that um, it is inconsistent with the passage discussion on tradition and conservatism because it portrays tradition as inherently conservative and resistance to progress, whereas the passage presents Burke's view, right? Burke's view, what? Um, you can say that tradition allows for conservative modification based on precedent and authority. Therefore, option 4 doesn't align with the nuanced perspective on tradition as presented in the passage. Okay. So I hope you understood this. That's all for the discussion.